Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tower here. So as we can see from the thumbnail, Nicki Minaj is up. So I tried filming this and the original video that I did on this reading for Nicki couldn't be uploaded. I'm going to try again to upload it, but just in case I'm doing this recording, so there may potentially be two uploadings of this reading. So we'll see whether there are any major variations between the first reading I did on Nicki and this one. Okay. So just to recap, here's my understanding of the situation with Nicki and her stance on getting the jab. Here's my understanding so far to baseline this reading. So Nicki people were reaching out to Nicki either on Twitter or on Instagram asking why she didn't attend the Met Gala, why she didn't attend the Met Ball. And she said that she wasn't going to the Met Ball because they required vaccinations. And if she was going to get vaccinated, it wouldn't be for the Met Ball, right? And she wanted to do more research on it. And she advised people to wear a mask and wear a good mask. And she described what the good mask would look like. Now, in another tweet, and this is the one that went viral, she said that her cousin's friend in Trinidad got the vaccine and his balls swelled, and because of that, his fiance called off the wedding. But then following on from that, she did say that she would get vaccinated for her tour. So, of course, that is the tweet that went viral everywhere. It's really interesting for an entertainer to put out this tweet. Now she has 2 million people on her platform. That's the talking point of all the media, but we'll get to the media in a moment. They are the Tom Lianas. But we had the Boris Johnson, the PM, the British PM weighing into this. We have the health minister up here in the UK weighing in. We had the health minister of Trinidad, who of course needed to let everyone know that he's doing his due diligence by finding Nicki's cousin to see whether his balls were, sorry, this is not funny, to see whether his balls were indeed swollen. Now, the reason why I'm laughing at this is because I'm Trinidadian, for disclosure. Nicki is Trinidadian. And when it comes to pettiness and just speaking out the side of their neck and thinking later, that is a Trinidadian trait, right? So, anyway. So the health minister of Trinidad did his due diligence by looking for Nicki's cousin to see whether his balls were swollen, and it's either he couldn't find Nicki's cousin or he was looking for reports, and he said he wasted his time. Sorry, don't mean to laugh because there's no disclosure of swollen balls. Okay. So a lot of the media houses jumped on this as well, from the Don Lemons to the Megan McCanns and to the Joy Reids, and they were scolding Nicki publicly and saying that she was taking an anti-vax stance. However, the White House even got involved and said that, well, according to Nicki, the White House were going to invite her. She got an invite to the White House. However, and this bit I'm not sure about, it turns out that it wasn't an invite, but there would be a doctor from the White House who would reach out to Nicki to clarify any misinformation. Now, Nicki also reached out to her fans saying, which jab would you advise, I guess, between Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, etc. So, yep, so that is where we are with this. So what we are going to be doing a reading in is what the current situation is around this. What were Nicki's intentions regarding putting out such statements? Were the media justified in the way that were they right in the way that they covered the coverage and covered Nicki's perspective? And then we will dig a bit deeper into Nicki, looking at her current relationship with Kenneth Petty, because he has pleaded guilty for not registering as a SA or P offender in California. So he's facing jail time for that. So we look at what the current dynamics and what the situation is around that. Okay. So that is the situation as far as I understand it. Note that with this reading, In terms of the YouTube community guidelines with regards to content and content that we could report on, note that I am not taking any sides on the jab. I'm not proposing one whether to take it or not. I'm not giving any advice in this reading and all the good stuff. So all the disclaimers would be in the description below. Okay, let's get started. So we're looking into what is the current situation in terms of Nicki and this anti-jab controversy. What is the current situation around it? And then we will take it from there. Okay, so one thing that's coming up really strongly is that we have the King of Pentacles, and Nicki is a Sagittarius. And in my previous reading, I had done the reading and I forgot to look at her astrology placements and so on, but I have that now. And what came up really strikingly in the previous reading is that Nicki is quite a strong, she has quite a strong male energy. Right, so in terms of her appearing as the King of Pentacles, I would take that and I am not surprised. There's a lot of strength coming through with Nicki, and this is strength in terms of standing up to people, strength in terms of communicating her point of view, communicating what her position is, which with the Seven of Pentacles wasn't, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, I'm picking up that her point of view wasn't taken in the light and in the intention in which it was taken. People only saw one perspective. They didn't quite see the other details underlying it, and they jumped to the gun with it. This is what the Seven of Pentacles is saying to me. What I'm picking up on as well with this Four of Swords is that what she is thinking at the moment, she is going to lay low for the moment. I think she was saying that Twitter either suspended her or something like that. I'm not sure about that, but this Four of Swords has come through, which is someone taking themselves out of a situation, someone looking to recuperate, someone, and with this heart here, in terms of recuperating and lying down on her heart, it's like someone feeling that they've been misunderstood, and someone who just wants to sort of, I'm picking up, taking themselves out of the situation in order to recharge, to protect themselves, to protect their sanity, to protect their mental health. Right, so misunderstanding is coming through here. What else is coming through regarding this situation? There is a cunning with this as well. It's what's coming up with this. It's almost as if, look at this card really carefully. It's almost as if Nicki knows that a game is being played here. She knows that a game is being played here, and she is going to stand up to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but there we go. That's confirmation on it. Below the deck, we have the Six of Wands. And look, notice the Six of Wands is sort of a celebration, right? She's going to come out of this triumphant, believe it or not. She's going to come out. It's as if she's shining a light on. And this came up in the previous reading as well. So it's as if she's shining a light on the way a lot of people feel, right? But this, again, this has come through. Whether people agree with the opinion regarding the jab or not, it's as if she's tapped in. She's speaking for a lot of people. She's representing a lot of point of views. So, and again, this is just interpreting the cards. I'm not taking a position on this. So all disclaimers again. But yeah, so sorry to repeat myself, but she is shining a light on a lot of people's point of view. A lot of people who, with the Hermit card, are choosing to remain silent on expressing that view. We have the Queen of Swords that have come up. Now, this speaks to Nicki's energy, literally with the first line, with the first row of cards. We have a King of Pentacles, we have a Queen of Swords. King and Queen and Strength cards, so lots of really powerful Major Arcana and Court cards coming out in the beginning read for Nicki. right? With the Queen of Swords and the Hermit, this is Nicki with the Queen of Swords using her discernment, right? She's using her discernment. She's high above looking on the situation. She's taking her interpretation on the situation. And again, with the Hermit and the Six of Swords, she's shining a light on a situation in a way that a lot of people feel, but they're either sequestering their feelings or they're keeping their feelings private. But this is sort of, she's shining a light on these people, and she's sort of representing and speaking on how a lot of people feel, you know, in terms of a lot of people wanting more information or asking for more information. She's also able to see the situation for what it is, right? In terms of things being either blown out of proportion or blown out of all control. This is someone who is very sturdy, very sure, still very confident in their opinion and in their point of view. Okay, and we got the, sorry, I should have taken out the Six of, where did the Six of, yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, it's quite interesting that when we had the Six of Swords, Six of Wands, sorry, come up, where all attention is on Nicki, and a lot of people are praising her for her point of view. Now, coming under the King of Pentacles, that is Nicki's energy. Nicki's not afraid of taking risks. Nicki is not afraid of speaking her mind. That is, and what's also coming through here is someone who is, I'm being told, thinking about their money, thinking about their reputation here. You know, that is at stake. But underneath it, though, and this is what I wanted to come up, we had the Justice card. So with the Justice card coming up, now let me get some more into the Justice card. Because the Justice talks about people putting a ruling on Nicki, people putting a ruling on Nicki's point of view when it comes to this. So give me some clarification on the Justice card. So there's a lot of attention with the Six of Wands. She's in the spotlight for her point of view. But with the Justice just behind, can we clarify the Justice? Clarification on the Justice. What does this Justice card mean? Why is it appearing here? And we have the World card underneath. Okay. No, the Empress, sorry. Right, so with this Justice, the Justice is coming under the Two of Cups, which is coming under the Four of Pentacles. So what this is saying to me here with this Justice and the Two of Cups. Now, what's really interesting about this Justice card, again, it goes to what I was saying before on Nicki shining a light on, number one, a light is on Nicki. Yes, that's true. Her tweet went viral. As I said, a lot of heads of state and top high media personalities have shed their light on it. According to Nicki, she's been suspended from Twitter. This is her word. So there's a lot of spotlight on her at the moment. However, as we said, she is shining a spotlight on how a lot of people feel. That has come through in the cards, how a lot of people feel. But with the Hermit, they are afraid to say, okay? Now, when it comes to the Justice card, however, look at this Justice card carefully. This Justice card is two-faced, right? That's the way the Justice card looks underneath. That's the way it looks here. So a lot of people with the karma face, look at this demonic eyes that are coming through here when it's reversed. So people are putting forward one point of view in terms of how they view what Nicki said. You know, you're not concerned about mankind. You're not concerned about people's health, people's well-being. You are spreading a misinformation. So those with the Justice card, and notice Justice or Swords. So Swords is air energy. Swords talks about communication. Swords talks about communicating your point of view. Swords talks about your thoughts and your reasoning, right? So when it comes to communicating your point of view, communicating information, news, and so on, the Justice card, that I would take this as representing the media. So what the media is saying is that Nicki, in terms of, you know, with mankind and communicating, you know, the way being, if not having mankind or not having other people close to you, not thinking about their care, not speaking out in the right way for people. However, as I said, When you switch your card round, notice that demon. So I would say that there's a duplicitousness when it comes, I'll take this as a media card, there's a duplicitousness when it comes to the media. And it's coming under the strength card as well. So what it shows as this media and this justice is very powerful. It's sort of someone, I would say, abusing their power, or someone abusing a power in a way that is not proportional to the situation. Okay, because we have the strength card, the justice has been, it's like people are gunning for her, okay, I'll just say people are gunning for her throat, it almost seems. With the sword card, notice someone is unsheathing a sword. They are declaring, they're taking it upon themselves to declare their own justice. The justice has also come up next to the Six of Wands. So this is sort of trial by media, trial by public opinion. Because all lights are shining on her. This is trial by public opinion, and the talking points that they are using with the Two of Cups is that you don't have the interest of people and mankind and so on with the message that you've delivered. However, this Two of Cups has come as a clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles, right? And what we could see with the Seven of Pentacles is you're only seeing the beginning emergence of something, but you're not seeing the deep-rooted underlying reasoning and all that's gone behind it. So what this is saying to me is that when the media have come out speaking about Nicki, it's been half-baked in that they haven't properly represented the situation. They've gone in, there's been a lot with the strength card, there's been a lot of momentum, they're quite powerful, the media and these public forces, but in terms of the position they've taken in it, their talking points may seem reasonable. Their talking points may seem as if it's in the best interest of mankind and humanity working together for the greater good, taking care of your neighbor, Two of Cups. However, it's the attack with the Seven of Pentacles. There's a lot under the ground and a lot under the scenes, which means that the ideas are half-baked or not genuine. Okay, so we have under the Four of Swords. So we said the Four of Swords was Nicki retreating. We have under the Four of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Empress card that's come through again. Again, this is Nicki. Nicki is, sorry guys, she's going to come, whether you agree with her or not, she's going to come out on top with this. She's going to come out on top with this. Nicki is. It could also be that I don't know if she's pregnant again or if she's trying for another baby or anything along those lines. But what I think is really interesting with this world, because I'm seeing the world, and this world coincides with this Two of Cups, you know, taking care of your neighbor and the world here. So, and then this Empress has come next to the Six of Wands. So, yeah, okay. So let's look at this Four of Pentacles here. What is this Four of Pentacles about? What I'm picking up with this Four of Pentacles as well, I'm picking up a very stingy energy. I'm picking up a lack of compassion here, but let's see if that's right. Could you let me know if that is right with regard to the Four of Pentacles? Yep. So we have the Eight of Wands. What's really interesting, I don't do reversals in this deck. So if I don't do reversals overall generally, but it's interesting, this Eight of Wands has come through as reverse. This Eight of Wands has come through as reverse. So it's really interesting that that's come up to next to the Four of Pentacles and under the Queen of Swords, which is Nicki. And under the deck, we have the Moon card. Wow. So major arcanas all the way. Again, this talks, when we have a Four of Pentacles like this, next to the Two of Cups, this is in the row when it comes to, okay, there are lots of messages coming through here. Let me just make a stab and I'll just channel and deliver the messages as I can. Now, when it comes to Nicki, I said that Nicki was trying to retreat from the situation, that this was blown out of proportion, and in a way she was hurt by it. So it's protecting her mental health, her emotional health, etc. She was really hurt and taken aback and shocked by it. So she's retreated. Okay, I'm picking up that she was advised to retreat. This is Four of Pentacles. Notice someone is holding coins. She was advised to retreat and stand down, or watch what she is saying for the sake of her money. And notice that we have the city or the town or the population in the background. So this again is confirming that she's undergoing a retreat at the moment. Now with the Queen of Swords and with the Eight of Wands reverse. Now the Eight of Wands talks about action, and with the Queen of Swords, it's talking about someone who is very good in sticking to the facts and speaking truth to power. This is the Queen of Swords energy, speaking truth to power, speaking facts the way they see it, not holding back from speaking their opinion, right? And being able to stand by their opinion. That's the Queen of Swords, being ready to fight for it and being able to look at the overall situation, like having a helicopter view of the situation and giving their perspective, using their discernment, using their logic. That's the Queen of Swords. That's Nicki in terms of her approach to the situation so far. However, we have the Eight of Wands reverse. So this talks about the Eight of Wands reverse next to the Moon card. The Moon talks about, next to the Eight of Wands reverse, this is talking about Nicki trying to put a point of view out there, but it's being misconstrued, or is being misadvertised, or it's being mislabeled. Notice this person is sinking below the water, and on either side with opposing views are howling to the moon. So either side with opposing views, the white dog, the black dog, they're howling. Everyone is just speaking at each other, wanting to be heard. But the basis that triggered it, which was the Eight of Wands, is based on this Eight of Wands talks about a delay, or something being misconstrued, or something being misunderstood, or something not being communicated in the right way, right? So that, and it talks about confusion as well. So it's interesting because this has come under the Hermit card, and with the Hermit card it's talking about a lot of people being not sure, keeping their views to themselves, separating themselves from the situation. And the reason for that, as a clarifier for the Hermit, is the moon, in that people have opposing views, but there's a lot of confusion. Look at this woman that's sinking. There's just a lot of confusion. There's a lack of clarity. People are just speaking at each other, not listening to each other. You know, it's as if, at least with this situation overall, getting to there's a lot of misrepresentation, thank you, is what I'm picking up with regards to this. A lot of this misrepresentation here from this justice, coming out of this justice card as well, under the strength card. This means it's really powerful forces who are communicating one thing for the betterment and the good of everyone, but it's being done on a basis of misinformation. So the Don Lemons and the Joy Reids and a lot of people have basically jumped the gun in terms of this and in terms of Nicki. Okay, so what else? So we've picked up so far, just to sum up, that in terms of Nicki Minaj's and her point of view, it's just a misrepresentation, and dare I say it's gaslighting by the media. Yep, and I'm picking up, this card has so many meanings here under the King of Pentacles. You know when Nicki Minaj is talking about people and she's calling them Tom Lianas, I could see why the Tom Liana would actually come in, actually. Because King of Pentacles, because cards could take on double meanings depending on the aspect, and King of Pentacles as well, next to the Strength and the Justice card, talks about someone who is very powerful, someone who is in charge, someone who is in control of words, of information that's communicated to the public, on the basis of which people make their opinions. So this King of Pentacles to me is also talking about the head of media outlets, the heads of government, that sort of power, because it's coming next to the Strength card. It's interesting that we haven't gotten the Hierophant or the Emperor here, actually, next to the Strength card, but it's a lot of them taking the public forefront, because a lot of the heads of state, a lot of media have also taken the forefront against Nicki, but the way they've done it with this Justice card, it's two-faced, it's duplicitous. So yeah, And they've used, so it's using your strength and using your power in a way that's duplicitous, in a way that's not quite right. And notice we have duplicitousness with the Justice, we have Two-Face with the Justice, and we also have Two of Cups here. So we have a lot of twos. So this is, and notice on the Moon card, we have a lot of twos as well. Notice the synchronicity, right? So this is opposing points of view, or trying to, with the media here, trying to control, using their strength to bombard you with a narrative, to give one impression of the narrative when it's really something else a bit more sinister, something else a bit more duplicitous, something else a bit darker. Notice the darkness on this card also. Now at the bottom of the deck here, we have Five of Pentacles. So it's a matter of someone feeling that they're at a loss here. Either they're feeling scared, feeling insecure, feeling they're at a loss, you know, when it comes to their money situation, when it comes to their reputation, because Pentacles energy is all about your material, it's all about your business, it's all about how you turn up in this dense 3D world, your reality. And you know, that with the Four of Swords. So for Nicki, the way she's feeling at the moment, she may put on a brave face because, as we said, she is the King of Pentacles next to the Strength, but this is taking its toll on her. She is concerned, or at least people around her are also concerned as to what this would mean for her financially, whether she's taking a financial hit on this, etc. There's almost a destitution here, like she's really upset. I also feel that this destitution is related to other things that we'll come on to with Kenneth Petty. Okay, so any final words to wrap this up? I want to go into the media a bit more. I want to go into these Tomlianas a bit more. You know, the Joy Reads, the Don Lemons, the... Get anything we could have on them to close. Anything on the two. Okay. Guys, you guys were seeing me shuffle. This is, remember the Don Lemons, the Joy Reads. This has come up for them. Okay, let me get a clarifier for this Five of... I'm sensing a lot of shame when it comes to them because they jumped the gun. Oh, and let me just clarify, for those who don't know what I mean by Tomlianas, at least this is my interpretation of Tomlianas anyway. So many times Black people, when they suck up to, okay, here we go into the race talk, but forgive me, I'm just, I'm not taking any sides on this. Again, I'm just reading the cards. I'm just channeling the messages, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. And if I've gotten this definition of Tomlianas wrong, do correct me in the comments down below. But Tomlianas, or the Uncle Toms, it's a variation on the term Uncle Tom, right? That is Tomliana. And you know what? Let me just leave it at that. You guys could research what who an Uncle Tom is. But when I did the shuffle about the Tomlianas, or the aka the Uncle Toms, aka Tomlianas, aka those people like the Joy Reads, the Don Lemons, and so on, this Five of Pentacles came up. This is shame. Okay, let's see what else comes up to clarify this Five of Pentacles, or to provide additional information for this Five of Pentacles. You know what, and you know what I'm picking up with this Five of Pentacles as well? There is an, do I want these? No. There is an overreach as well. I'm being told the term overreach. It's like, how should I put this? In the media nowadays, people are very quick to take an opinion on a point of view. And many times these media personalities are more commentators. The lines between delivering facts and delivering your commentary, an opinion on something, those lines are blurred. And sometimes it could work, you could be working on a directive from a King of Pentacles, a directive from the head of media, a directive from a producer in terms of what you want to put out publicly, right? However, in the case of these that Nicki have deemed Uncle Toms or Tomlianas, they have come out looking worse than they intended in this situation. And the reason, let's see why. Let's get a clarifier for the Five of Pentacles. Why would they come out looking worse in this situation? Let us know, why would they come out looking worse in this situation? There we go. Did I say this emperor was going to... That's what I was saying. We are talking about Tom Liana's, and I was saying with this King of Pentacles, I'm surprised that a Hierophant or an emperor hasn't come through. And here we have the emperor. That is what I'm saying. This is head of media. This is head of state. And that is it. It's almost as if these Uncle Tom's, aka Tom Liana's, media personalities and so on, were sort of given a directive in order to speak out in a particular way, to be duplicitous, right? That is what has come through. Thank you very much. This is confirmation. It's like a takedown. Oh, and look underneath the deck again, 5 of Wands, right? So 5 of Wands talks about confrontation. It talks about conflict. As a matter of fact, when in my first original reading on this was the first card to have come out in my original reading with Nicki. But notice this, we have the Emperor, we have the 5, and the Emperor is looking on to all, and what we have is a lot of people tripping over themselves to be the one to demonize someone, right? So notice there's a lot of confusion going on here. This is the same confusion we picked up with the Hermit, is the same confusion we picked up with the Moon. And with the 8 of Wands reverse, it's all based on misinformation or a misunderstanding of someone's point of view. Because we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is direct. The Queen of Swords talks truth. But we have this 8 of Wands reverse, which talks about 2 things. Number 1, Nicki putting forward her point of view, but with the 8 of Wands reverse, she could put forward her point of view better, to be fair. So she's put forward her point of view in a way that has led to this situation and has led to it being misconstrued. But what is coming through is that with the media being this Emperor, this King of Pentacles, and the Strength card, it's almost as if the media has sowed the seeds of confrontation, of generating distress, of generating people feeling helpless, people feeling insecure. Let's get another clarifier for this 5 of Wands. People battling each other for a point of view, people battling each other to have their voice heard, for dominance, as opposed to just listening. Yep, King of Wands. Another king. Oh my goodness, bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. This 4 of Cups, again, guys, watch both readings. We are having the same cards come up again, right? And you guys are seeing me shuffle. What this is saying, and this is exactly what picked up in the first reading, it's as if it was a slow news day, that they were just discussing the typical stories in a news day, and then Nicki Minaj and her tweets, which she didn't really think about, she just put them out there. Then this offer comes in of that, and people just decided, you know what, with the Knight of Swords, exactly. People just decided with the Knight of Swords, let's jump on this. Let's take an opinion. Let's put it out there. Let's, push our talking points. Let's dominate this. Let's create a furor over it. Because a Knight of Swords, Knights are all about action, and they're the fastest in the deck. Again, Swords is air energy. It's talking about communication. It's talking about taking a stance, taking a position, communicating that. These are your talking points. But Knights are hasty. It's a hasty energy. It's an energy in which this Knight doesn't think things through. They don't think things through. They just have an opinion. They're very hot-headed. They have an opinion. They go in on it. And what this King of Wands is showing is that there's a particular, so we have a Knight is all about action, and a King is about vision. So this King is letting me know is that there's a certain agenda that people want to put forward. That's what's coming through. Whatever, well, not agenda, I'll say a vision of how they think things should be. And they were very hasty in putting that out there. Again, it was a slow news day. They got this opportunity with this 4 of Cups and decided to jump on it. Okay, I have rinsed this to death. Let us move on. I think I want another deck, actually. Let's move on into whether Nicki is... What else do I want to say on this? What else could we expect from this situation, I guess? Let me see if I get anything from these cards. Let me see if I get anything from these cards. I haven't meditated on these, so I'm not sure how it would go. But what's next? What's next for Nicki? What's next after this situation? Oh. Again, Nicki's going to come out of this trumps. She's going to come out of this trumps. Nicki's going to come out of this trumps. There is the court of public opinion with ooh, hang on a minute. So the question was, what next for Nicki? Okay. We have this adjudication card that's come through. And we have poverty. Now we have change, and we have sudden wealth, and we have high honor. Right? Change. Nicki is going to be... Okay. Let me hold on to the toil and the unexpected income. Nicki is going to be with this high honor, sudden wealth and change. Okay, I'm just going to say it again. I think that Nicki is going to be... I'm just read what the cards say. Nicki is going to be come out on top when it comes to this. She's going to come out on top. I think for a lot of people, people are going to realize what, with the high honor, exactly what took place here. Okay, I'm not getting any further messages from that. Okay, fine. I hadn't meditated on these cards, so it's fine. It was just something I thought I would try. Okay, so let's go into Nicki's relationship with Kenneth Petty. What's the current state of her relationship with Kenneth Petty? Oh, do I want to change deck actually? Let's see how this deck goes. What is the state of Nicki's current relationship with Kenneth Petty? And can we have a card for Kenneth? Huh. Interesting. Okay, what's the dynamic between them? Oh, okay. Look at that. They love each other. What's going on in the background? Devil's in the background. Knight of Cups is in the background. Okay. Tower. So this is the current relationship dynamic between Nicki and Kenneth Petty. Nicki, Kenneth. So I'll go with Nicki. No, let's go with the dynamic between both of them and then I'll break it down. They love each other. This is a real love. You know what's coming to my mind? It's this song. I'm so in love with you, boy. Oh, it's by this Jamaican reggae, I believe it's a reggae artist. I can't remember his name, but like They really, really love each other. It's as if with everything and all the craziness with this tower energy that has come out of nowhere, they have a lot going on with Kenneth Petty. I think he pleaded guilty for not registering as a S offender or a P offender in the state of California. They have a lot going on in terms of this woman, the victim, pressing charges against both Nicki and Kenneth. And then this came, this whole message going viral and so on came out of nowhere. So it's as if that situation has forced them to reconnect in a way, reconnect with each other. Because it's as if we are, this is that, and I picked it up in my first reading as well, this is that Bonnie and Clyde energy where, you know what, they're coming at us, it's sort of like it's given a new wind to their relationship with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, look, Ten of Pentacles. It's as if they've reconnected, they have a reconnection with each other from a love perspective with the Ace. Now, let me get clarifications. I'll come to that devil in the background, what we don't see in a minute. Trust. Let's get a clarification for the Six of Pentacles. It's interesting that Nicki is coming up as Pentacles energy. What's coming through as well, this is the current dynamic in their relationship. It seems as if some payout, she's paying out or funding someone, or I'm being drawn to the infinity symbol on this card as well. She believes that this man is like her ride and die. She believes in this man so much. She believes that this man is her soulmate. So anything that she needs to do, anything that's in her power to do, she would do for him. That's what's coming up with this Eight of Pentacles. Let's get a clarifier for it. I will hold you down. I'm good. I'm happy to give you whatever you need to be all right. I'm happy to do, I'm being told, whatever for you to make it all right. That's her current energy. That's her current vibe. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, which is Nicki's energy in this relationship with Kenneth Petty. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. That's what I said. She is willing to do anything. Why does this keep on coming up reverse, this 8? Because I put it, or am I reading it wrong? Or possibly that is it, and this is... Those who know, let me know, because I don't have reversals in this deck. But for some reason, it's just coming through to me as if this is meant to be reverse. Because a lot of these cards have the labels to the bottom of this. So it, but then if the label is at the bottom, why isn't this upright though? The label has come through as reverse. Anyway, someone let me know about these cards in there. I'll take it as reverse. Now, as I said, she's willing to do anything. This is that Bonnie and Clyde. You know that Beyonce, Jay-Z, Bonnie and Clyde sort of energy, ride or die. Again, I picked it up in the first reading. It's coming through again. And when I was saying being willing to do anything, that's come up again. Okay, so Hangman, Kenneth Petty's energy. Ooh, oh my goodness, guys, again. Three of Cups. 3 of them in the family. We have a family card, 10 of Pentacles, family card that's come up again. I should clarify with them. So their focus is on the 3 of them. Their focus is their family. Their focus is holding each other down. Now, when it comes to Kenneth Petty's energy, it's really interesting because he's come up as a major arcana where Nicki in this situation hasn't, and he's come up as a hangman. I'm picking up a lot of pride when it comes to him. This is a very proud man. Again, in my previous reading, it's funny, he came up as a queen in my previous reading, and he's come up as a queen again with this Queen of Swords. But notice that this is Nicki, this is Kenneth, but Kenneth keeps on just facing the other way, facing away from this relationship, even though we have the Ace of Cups, which talks about reestablishing things. It seems to me that he's in with a hangman. That is where you're in stasis. You don't know where you're coming or where there's a sense of indecision here. There's a point of not being sure who I am, not being sure whether I'm coming, whether I'm going, not sure what my future is going to be. I'm waiting for something. That's what the hangman is saying. I'm just waiting, right? But with the Queen of Swords, he's being very pragmatic here, and he is thinking. He's being very logical. He's being very pragmatic as to what, in terms of what he's waiting for, he's being pragmatic as to what that would be. So seeing that this is facing the Tower, it seems to me that he is waiting and he is expecting the worst. In terms of this situation, it's as if he is expecting some impending doom. This is someone with a lot of stress, a lot of worries on their shoulders. They are expecting the worst. They are preparing the worst. And he is sort of thinking about what that worst would look like, particularly for his family. Can I get one more clarifier for this Nicki Minaj energy and this Eight of Wands? A bit more clarifier. When she's willing to fund anything and do anything, what does that actually mean? Making things go away, paying people off, but what else is there? Ooh. High Priestess. There we go. We have a major arcana for Nicki, and I'm not surprised that she will come up as a High Priestess. This High Priestess says very strongly that there are elements to their relationship dynamic. There's an inner working, there's an inner energy, there's an inner... Okay, a number of things. Number one, Nicki Minaj is very intuitive. Now, for this reading, I did look at her astrology placement. She has Mars in Pisces, right? We have a harvest moon that's just happening around this time in Pisces, right? The ruling planet for the High Priestess is the moon. Her moon is in Pisces. To me, that says that based on this underlying understanding of the situation, there is an intuition with Nicki. Nicki is very intuitive, right? I would say that she's very intuitive. She has a finger on the pulse of people. Her rising sign is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about a people energy, understanding people. So she's intuitive, she's psychic. She has a finger on the pulse in terms of people. She's empathic in terms of knowing that underlying energy and essence that always keeps her one step ahead. And she feels, in terms of her relationship with this man, that she has an inner understanding of their relationship and of him that people don't get. And she is willing to do anything that she needs to do for him. This Eight of Wands, again, could be upright, it could be reversed. I'm not sure in terms of this deck. I'm not sure why I'm getting so confused. I've had this deck for a while, and I've never been confused about this Eight of Wands. So I don't know why I'm confused about it now. But what this is saying is that she could take... There's a lot of secrets also being held with Nicki and this energy. And she is willing to take steps and do things in the shadows that she feels it's justified for the sake of this relationship. The High Priestess, it's a card of a lot of power. It's a card of... But having said that, let's go to what's in the background, what we don't see, because this would offer further clarifier for their relationship as well. We have the Devil, and we have the Knight of Cups. All right, this is what the public don't see in terms of them. The Devil is not a good energy. The Devil is coming up next to Cups as well. Cups talks about... Let me cut to the chase, and then I'll give you the reason why I've come to this opinion. The Devil and the King of Cups talks about the past, talks about what's hidden, talks about what we don't see. That's this positioning. When we have a Devil, this is someone who is acting in a position of control, the devil with cups. Cups is emotion, cups is love, cups is expressing love. The devil with cups means that someone has expressed their love in a way that's not right, basically. So again, guys, different deck, same question. My first reading, the devil card came up in terms of their relationship and in terms of Kenneth Petty. I've used a different deck, different day. You guys are seeing me shuffle. The devil has come up in the same position again. Now it's interesting with this Knight of Cups. A Knight of Cups talks about someone who is very charismatic. It talks about someone who could sweep someone off their feet. Now, seeing this devil here makes me wonder whether Nicki was told by him, because this is coming up as a Knight of Cups is of one who's they're silver-tongued. They do a good talk. They're very charismatic and so on. But many times, depending on how it's aspected, there's nothing underneath it, right? So I'm wondering here whether Kenneth, in the beginning of getting in with Nicki and so on, whether he told Nicki the full truth about himself. I'm just wondering. Or whether there is a way with his silver tongue, whether there was a way that he put it forward to Nicki for her to believe one particular narrative. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Anything else to clarify the devil and the King of Cups? Anything else to clarify the devil and the King of Cups? In terms of what's in the background of their relationship that we don't see. Anything to clarify in terms of their relationship that we don't see? It's a come up for someone, for sure. It's a come up for Kenneth, for sure, with this Ace of Pentacles. Yep, there we go. Magician, that's what I was saying, the Magician energy. That's what I'm saying. When you have the Magician and the Devil, oh my God. Nicki girl, what did Whoopi Goldberg say? You in danger, girl. Yep. Yep. Nicki is coming through here in terms of this because we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and this is Kenneth's energy over here. Right? So we have the Magician, the Devil, and the King. He's a silver-tongued. He's a smooth talker. He's very good at spinning a tale, spinning a yarn, giving one impression. I intuitively picked up on this energy before the card came up. He is very good on spinning a tale, spinning a yarn, giving one impression of a situation that may not necessarily be true. But in terms of giving that impression, I'm also being told in my ear as well that he is very good in bed as well. He's very, very good in bed. He knows how to sweep Nicki off her feet. He knows how to make her feel with this Queen of Pentacles here like the queen she is. And this is another thing. He would never threaten. You know, many times men get with women, and if a woman is very successful, if a woman has her own power and so on, as we could see with here with Nicki with the High Priestess. Many times men could be intimidated by that. I'm not saying all men, I'm just saying many times men can be. However, he knows with Nicki to let her have the power, to let her make the money, to treat her like the queen she is. He is happy with this Queen of Swords coming under his reading. He is happy to take the back seat in this relationship and let her drive it. And Nicki loves that. She loves that. She feels safe. She's able to expand her power and really turn up as who she is, and he allows her to do that. He doesn't come across as threatening that with her. He is because he knows how to play. He knows his place. He knows how to play his position. That's what's coming through really strongly with this. However, he is playing a game with her in terms of whether it's purposely. Now, you could play a game on someone and still love them at the same time because there's love between them. But there is something manipulative about his energy. There's something undermining about his energy. There is something where everything is not what it seems with his energy. With the Knight of Cups, there's an immaturity about his energy as well. He's very good at giving a particular impression on things that just aren't there. Okay, that's what's coming through here. Okay, very final cards. She's his meal ticket. That's a given with the Ace of Pentacles. I haven't even asked the question. Okay, final cards. Final cards, final energy, final messages here. Final messages. Final messages. Ooh. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. So this is the final messages in terms of what the next steps are going to be for them and their relationship. And we have Five of Pentacles again and Five of Swords. So this doesn't look good in terms of the next steps of the immediate future with regards to this. It's as if they get some news or some stress or some tension within the next, between now and the next 5 weeks. Pentacles are a slow energy. I don't know if it's 5 months. It could be as well. I'm not sure of the timing. Timing when it comes to cards could be very tricky. But there is some issue, there is some tension, there is some conflict, there is some misunderstanding. People are being left financially worse off, from a reputation perspective worse off. With this three of Cups came up before, and I thought Three of Cups represented the family in terms of their little baby and them. However, we then got a family card. So what spirit guides are telling me is, no, this is representing the other woman. This 3 is representing the other woman who is the victim, the other woman who is paid off. There is something about some financial dealings or something like that, or something that was meant to be negotiated or something like that went wrong. And what's in the immediate future for them is some distress around that. Look at that. We have the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of stress and a lot of worry around it. The Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. I'm being told reputational damage really, really strongly. Reputational damage. Now, in terms of... I'm not, in this reading is very long. We're coming up to 58 minutes now, so I need to end this here. I'm not going to go into... In my first reading, I went into the ins and outs of their relationship with the woman and the paying off and that sort of thing. However, I feel in that first reading, my timelines were off. I'm getting another set of timelines here. But bear in mind that with timelines, depending on where I'm channeling from, whether I'm channeling from the 4D or the 5D, sometimes where you're receiving the messages from, sometimes you don't, like in the 5D, for instance, time doesn't exist. So it becomes, you can get the message, but not really get the time. So hence it's going to be, since sometimes it's tricky picking up on timelines and time frames. Let me just get some final messages to wrap this up. Yep. Four of Wands, a household. This came through reverse. I'll take it reverse. That's a household turned. This is a broken household. This is a household turned upside down. Wands, this is months. So I'm getting 4 months. Again, so we have 4, we have 5s. We have 4 and 5s on the board. So it's between now and the next 4 to 5 months, I would place this as. Like they have a lot of turmoil. There's a broken household or separation of a household or breakdown of a house, breakdown of a home. That's coming up here. Justice. Yeah. Yep. There's a ruling that's going to come in, like a court ruling, or I'm seeing court ruling, but I'm also seeing like legal paperwork or something like that with that justice card. Ooh. Yep, what else can we get? Can you give us clarifiers for the justice and the 4 of Wands when we see a court ruling that breaks up a home or negatively impacts a home? What does that mean? Is this too soon? Okay, what does this mean by clarify? I think I know, yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, these are my final cards to wrap up this reading. Again, 2 of Cups. They view each other as their yin and yang soulmates. Everyone plays their position. Everyone plays their role. However, Page of Pentacles, when it comes to pages on the court card, the Page of Pentacles is the most immature one. Someone had an idea when it came to money, an idea when it came to offering someone money or something like that. Someone had an idea. It was an immature idea. It wasn't a well thought through idea. Someone had an idea about offering someone money or offering someone payment. That's what this represents, but it wasn't a well thought through idea. There's a 9 of Swords, stress energy as well. Now, this has come up with the 7 of Swords. Those who know my readings know that I personally view a 7 of Swords as one of the worst cards in the deck, besides the Tower and the Devil. Because the 7 of Swords talks about someone acting in a way that's duplicitous. Now, to have a 7 of Swords next to a Page of Pentacles, this is someone, I'm just hearing this, almost acting impulsively. Acting in a way that can appear impulsive, acting in a way that wasn't really thought through. However, there is a bit of anxiety around taking this course of action, right? But they felt it was done with the 2 of Pentacles for the higher good or for the better good, right? But this is someone acting in an immature way, and them not executing their underhanded dealings. They did not execute it well. They were sloppy when it comes to it. The delivery of this strategy of how to communicate payment and so on, they were very sloppy with it. So this is leading to, because we picked up on the 5 of Pentacles, this is distress, this is shame, this is monetary loss, right? And 5 of Swords as well. This is stress, this is worry, this is arguing, this is, reliving or stressing about something. Now, these are 2 5s. It's further amplified by this 9. There's a lot of stress and worry going on between, and dare I say, arguments and infighting and so on between them. It's as if they don't know, based on their actions, what the outcome of this is going to be. What is the outcome going to be, actually? What is the outcome of this? Ay, 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 ay. Another 5. Fives talk about, look, 5 under the deck. Fives talk about stress and anguish and worry and infighting and confrontation and disappointment. Look at that 3. We have the 3 again. In terms of the 3 cups spilled, we had the 3 again here. So there is something involving 3 people that's going to cause a lot of distress, a lot of tension. There is things that are going to be coming to the light with the Sun card about, I'm noticing this child as well. There is something regarding this woman's case. There's some information pertaining to this. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here, but this is my last message. There is something related to this victim's case that they don't want to come through. People are thinking that it's to do with her recanting her statement, her recanting what she said. But that's not the full story. There is something else with what he did that is they're trying to squash, or they're trying to, there's something else when it comes to his actions here. Something else that hasn't been revealed yet with this Moon card. Something that hasn't been revealed yet with this Moon card is what they are trying to suppress. Now, I don't know what type of essay, I don't know what type of P word he was, but notice this Sun card with this child on it. That's all I'm going to say. Everything here is alleged until proven fact. There is a Chariot here. Chariot again is Moon energy. So there is something behind the scenes. They have been trying to prevent this information from coming to light, but it is going to be brought to light. It is. They can't hold it back. That is what's causing them stress. It's one thing him being an SA or a PA and needing to register and do all of that. That's one thing. But there is some other detail regarding that situation that they want to keep hidden. And I would leave it there. That is the real thing. That is the real crux of it. There is something about that detail that needs to be kept hidden. Either something about what happened in the time when they were young, back in the day, that they want to keep hidden, or something regarding this, where's that Page of Pentacles energy? Yeah, regarding this Page of Pentacles situation, someone who would take an action since then that they want to keep hidden. That is the 3 again. 3 again. This is betrayal, this is heartache, this is shame. This is someone being really emotionally wounded and broken. And it's 3 again. 3. We have all the 3s, I believe, here. Guys, I'm going to leave this here. But it's interesting. It's not about the SA or whatever itself that's there. It's about something else regarding that situation that happened back then, or something else regarding the way they managed it. So far, it's that information that they want to keep hidden at all cost. I'm being told something about them feeling this woman is playing hardball. Hang on, let me just... There are a team of people on this, a whole team of people on this trying to keep this quiet. I'm like, what is it that they want to keep hidden? That's a better question. What is it that they're trying to keep hidden? We are fishing. We are fishing today. That's what I'm saying. Keeping hidden from the world. There's something they don't want the world to know. There is some new with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords talks about news. It talks about information, right? Delivery of information. There's a piece of information that they want to keep hidden. Hangman. So far that they've been able to keep it hidden. They just don't want it to come out. What's under the Hangman? Yep. They are trying. What they are negotiating at the moment is getting out of this situation. This Hangman energy has turned up again. Someone acted impulsively when it came to this, and they got themselves into a lot of trouble. They did things that was very yes, look at that. The Fool. Someone acted in a way that was foolish. Someone acted in a way that was impulsive. They just went and they did it, and they didn't think things through. With regards to a young woman, they're not telling me they're not telling me exactly what it is, but they're saying that it is foolish, and it did come with a lot of risks. But the information is still going to come through with this Judgment card. The information is still going to come up anyway. People are going to come up and people are going to talk. There are people involved in this, and they're going to come up and they're going to talk. They can't keep this hidden. That's what they are worried about. I'm going to secretly ask one other question. I'm going to secretly ask one other question. I'm going to see what cards come through, and then we'll take it from there. Then I'll see what cards come through, and then I'll let you guys know what the question is. Okay, so the question I asked, actually, no, I'll actually keep that. I'm going to do another reading on this. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. I'll say this. So you know that situation that happened with Nicki and her message going viral and so on? Let's just say that for Nicki was a blessing with the Star, because it allowed public or the world to be distracted, at least on something else, at least for the time being anyway. Okay, that was the question I was asking. Okay, guys, I am going to leave it there. This is one of the longest readings that I've done. Again, I've done this reading because the original didn't upload. I will try to upload it again, so chances are this will be the second reading and the previous one would be the first. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. If this resonated with you, leave a comment down below. If you resonated and you got it, or if you have any additional information to provide, because I don't know the ins and outs of this Nicki situation, leave a comment down below. Let the rest of us know, and I'll see you guys in future readings. Bye for now.